look like my students in Dayton, Ohio. This where this exhibit has traveled, Southside Chicago, Sarasota, Florida. When it leaves here, it'll go to Fayetteville, North Carolina. They're waiting with the same purpose and the same needs. We feel honored and blessed and anointed to be able to share an exhibit that we wanted to put together for the young people in our community and for the school systems in our community and the social services in our community, not knowing that other people, brothers and sisters of all ethnic groups around the country, were feeling some of the same pain.
A powerful and thought-provoking exhibit of images intended as a call to action against gun violence in the African American community is on display through September 28th at Central Library. This national traveling exhibit, created by Dayton, Ohio artist James Pate, is the centerpiece of the library's 2-month Stand4Peace initiative that encourages individuals of all ages, especially youth and community leaders, to engage in dialogue toward finding solutions to black-on-black crime.
Our work is ahead of us. It's not just in looking at the pictures, but it's about the conversations that these pictures can stimulate in our city in the weeks and months ahead. I love the notion that perhaps Indianapolis can figure out something. We do seem to be able to address tough challenges. This one might be the toughest we've ever faced, maybe the most important, because it's about the lives of our young people.
We will be seeing images over the next 5 or 6 weeks to help focus us and help hopefully keep the momentum for so many people. We simply have to do better by our kids growing up, and frankly we have to do better by those coming out of prison. Not much question about that. There's other things to be done, but if we can fix those things starting at a young age and focus a little bit better as they get older, we can do better than what we're about to see. We can do much, much better.
Mayor Greg Ballard joined library and community representatives in cutting the crime scene ribbon on August 12th to officially open the exhibit Kin Killin Kin.
You guys have switched those out, right?
I see these young men, especially young men, coming into the Marion County Jail, some of them with little or no criminal history, and they come into the jail on murder charges, homicide, robbery with injury, some pretty heinous crimes, and too often it's black on black. I mean, we can't tolerate any crime in Marion County, but you see it so often being black on black, and I think the artist here has really put people to task, his own people, to see exactly what we're talking about here, that they should study this, pray on it, find it in their heart to stop this violence between each other, and for that matter, between mankind, period.
It's sobering and certainly has a very powerful message, and one that we know today with our youth that we're seeing play itself out each and every day. And I think to bring awareness and to generate conversation that this exhibit is doing here at the library is a huge step in us beginning to really figure out, how do we deal with this? How do we deal with our children and their conflict resolution skills? How do we continue to try to educate our children with good mediation techniques and strategies, and know that it doesn't always take the use of violence or a weapon like a handgun or an assault rifle to solve differences. And
when I was in graduate school at Columbia University in the city of New York, I worked on a project with Breon Baines, who's a wonderful prison activist and hip-hop poet, Harvard Law trained scholar, as well as with a Tony Award-winning poet, Lemon Anderson. And some of the things that we worked on clearly is a project called Lyrics on Lockdown. And in it, at Rikers Island Prison, we work with incarcerated young men. And we can see just how impactful and positive solutions such as working with the arts to express yourself, to address the ills of society can be. These programs can be really successful. And I say that not just from having been on that side as a community citizen, but I also say that as a person who's a survivor of a victim of homicide. My brother was a Dayton police officer, Kevin Brain. He was murdered November 1st, 1999, upon dropping his son and stepson off to the home of his estranged wife. And it is now 15 years as of this moment, basically, that his murder still remains unsolved, despite his status being a police officer, despite a $100,000 reward. So, you know, we still have to have faith and confidence in our community that we have positive solutions to be able to seek justice and social justice in its various forms.
They have the hoods on, you know, as resembling the KKK back then, and now you see a black man with this KKK on and have the hoods on. Because we used to seeing KKK as a white prison organization killing blacks. But now you got black men with the KKK uniform on and hoods, and they killing blacks. So it makes you think, you know, what's going on here? Something's not right. And that hopefully that might move people to understand that you can make a difference. You can do something to help do something about this. And we can do something to help our young boys to grow up and be the men that God has called them to be and stop this killing and make better choices and decisions in life.
Every day we hear something about lives lost in the city of Indianapolis. And I'm so excited and feel really privileged that the library has taken a giant step in leading that discussion for our community. And I hope that it really won't be a short-term discussion, that it will be long-term, and that we will make great strides toward attacking the issue and keeping it in the forefront of things that we need to do to make our city better.
The public is invited to a free presentation by artist James Pate in commemoration of the International Day of Peace on Saturday, September 20th at 2 p.m. in Central Library's Clues Auditorium. The presentation will be followed by a meet and greet autograph session with the artist. To learn more, visit the library's website at ndpl.org.